Hi guys, welcome back to Keeping It Tidey with myself, Cat Tidey. Yes, my surname is Tidey. Yes, I own a cleaning business. But first, let's catch up. It has been a hell of a time since the last episode. First of all, thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. The feedback's been amazing. We had an absolute ball. But since then, I went rogue. I completed my first ever solo high rocks. Oh, that is not for the faint-hearted, I tell you. I thought I was going to be fine because, I've got a very active job, been going to the gym. I nearly saw Jesus. I was really lucky. I had so many friends come and support me. But because I was doing it solo, it took me a minute. And there was a point where the pro doubles started when I was halfway through the race, and I can only explain it as Simba when the buffalo are all running beside him. It was terrifying. But hey, we done it. We achieved big things. Am I going to do it again next year? Yes, because I'm a psychopath. But apart from that, life has been good. Business has been even better. And keeping up to the little goth form, I have also done a couple of gigs in between as well, keeping the work-life balance. But anyway, enough about me. It's time to lock in with this week's guest. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll be seeing you next time. Right, guys, we are not doing love, live, laugh decals in this episode. I have got goth royalty. She's even travelled back down from the Dean. If you're not from here, that's the Aberdeen. Glasgow's taken her back. It's the one and only Ashleigh Anderson.
Hello. I don't know where I look.
Thank you so much for coming on to Keeping It
No,
Tidey.
thank you very much for having me. I'm dead flattered, so I'm even getting asked.
Oh, no, I knew when I had this lined up, I knew exactly who I was gunning for. So when you said you were down, because fuck me, are you busy? First of all, we're going to get into all of this. But before I get started, I like to ask guests, what's one thing you want to tidy up? What do you wish would either just disappear from life completely and be erased?
I'm
probably
going to get hate on here, but matcha.
Oh,
matcha.
fair.
Why are people kid not like it? It is grass juice. It literally tastes like grass, right? I don't know what it is, but see this now maybe I'm just jailed because obviously I clean gal, right? I could not pull off the clean gal aesthetic even if I tried.
We skipped that
but
list.
yeah, it's the whole green juice brigade. I'm like, what? Although saying that, if you're going to get it from anywhere, you need to get it from Juicy because that's one of my best friend's places. So her matches would be lovely.
Yeah.
But anybody else, no. I don't get it. I don't get why people are kidding on to like it. Like green juice back in my day was a venom. That would be the only green juice I'd be cutting about with. And it's just, I don't know.
Do you know, that's something I actually want to touch on before we go into the life of Ashleigh, is where we came from. It was peak Geordie Shore, Jersey Shore era. Being smashed was basically...
You were on a disco diet.
Aye.
It is obviously a good thing, so don't think I'm saying this the wrong way, right? But young ones are so health conscious. I literally was out all the time. I'm not proud of that, pure sesh head, right? But that's just what life was. You were out all the time, student nights, and then literally you would sesh all weekend, and that was your disco diet, and you were good to go again. That's how I stayed wee.
On a Sunday, I see people jogging in the morning rather than a walk of shame. I want to see...
Stride the pride, honey.
Yeah.
You need to be... I took that in my, like I said, stride. It was stride the pride.
Yeah.
Not walk of shame.
Although, oh my God, it was you when you ended up on the front page, didn't you?
What?
Of the newspaper.
What time?
On a sesh. Going down at the races.
Oh, the races. No, there was one time me and my pals in Newcastle as well.
Yeah.
That happened. And it was all about, why am I outing myself here, man?
We're bringing Glasgow back to what it was.
Aye, I know. Well, I actually said, sorry, I know if you're skipping, right? But I actually seen a meme the other day, and it was a girl, and she was saying how she's seen this girl standing outside her work with a coffee and a fag, and she was like, humanity's coming back. It's not green juice and a vape. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were hardcore. We want actual caffeine and actual nicotine, like, but yeah. Like, I'm not, like, obviously what I'm saying, like, now, it is a really good thing, and I'm so glad people are a lot more health conscious, but yeah, it's changed days.
Aye, because even in, like, Glasgow now, the coffee shops are getting, like, DJs and stuff in.
Yeah.
Like, and it's, like, party nights on the
I
matches
love it.
and on
like,
the flat
yeah.
whites, and I'm like, oh, God. Although, me tangent now, but there's a coffee shop, I believe, in London. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's absolutely iconic, and I think so many more businesses should do this. And it's called Flat White or Fuck Off.
Right.
They literally only serve flat white.
Okay.
I don't know if they serve alternative milks or whatever, but they've got, like, on their price list, it's just flat white in the price, and then see all the different kinds of other coffees you can get, just line out. And I'm like, that'd be great. Imagine my cleaning business. Cleaning or fuck off.
Literally, by the way, no, I kind of get that. Like, see, like, my standard Starbucks order, sorry, would be like a standard coffee. Like, I don't like any syrups or anything like that. I want my coffee to taste like coffee.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like a black coffee, though. It needs a little bit of milk in it, like a little bit, but not, I want a coffee.
Oh, God, no, I did, like, the whole, like, caramelly, syrupy,
Aye.
put all the badness in it. If my PT's listening, I totally don't. I just get a
It's the
green
sugar-free
tea.
ones.
Aye.
It's 0 sugar.
But matcha, great for tidying up. I like that one.
Like I said, though, like, if you're going to get any, just put it out there, you can get it from Juicy.
And she's based at?
Everywhere. She's going everywhere now. She's literally like, she's actually got a place in my work. Fallon, by the way, hey, shout out. And so that's Spaces West. She's got one at Central Station. She's got one at, I forget all of the ones, but there's like
She's
3 or 4.
branched out now.
Yeah, bossing it.
Oh, do you know, I love when Lassie, like, pal groups have, like, entrepreneurs and business owners and stuff like that. Like,
you need to surround yourself with people who inspire you, uplift you. Like, the 5 people you surround yourself with is the 5 people that mirror you. So if you're surrounding yourself with people that are always negative, talking about people, like, just the mentors, basically. Is that what they're called? Them, aye. Then that's what you're going to end up being. I can't be around that.
No.
I just can't. I can't be around people that are talking about actual, like, people, or like, talk about plans, talk about your ideas, talk about, like, you know, good stuff that you're looking forward to what's happening and stuff. But that's what I like.
because there was quite a bit of a scene, like, I know we'll get onto it, but when we first started crossing over, when the Glasgow fashion scene was absolute peak, like, I'm talking about the fashion shows at the Archies, like, Total Underground scene and everything.
Yeah.
But Christ almighty, the drama. And it was wild because we were all collectively wanting to achieve the same thing and in the same group. But fuck me, if one done better than the other, and it was just...
The thing is, there's room for everyone at the finish line.
Yeah.
Like, you can't compete with authenticity. That is my main thing. Like, nobody's in competition if you're you, because there is only one you. So why, like, I don't know. I'm all just about, like, you know, support everyone, like, clap for everyone. Like, your pal should clap for you behind your back, no in front of, just in front of you.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Machine Gun Kelly sings about as well. Did you go to that on Sunday?
I didn't, but my sister did.
Oh, I was there. Oh,
yeah,
my
I was
God.
very jealous.
Although, this is what I will say, even though we touched about Glasgow needs a little bit of party back, there was so many steaming folk to the point of, like, falling into the crowds and all this. And this one girl, I honestly, with all my being, hopes she makes a TikTok video of the collage videos she's got, because she was filming the ceiling thinking it was Machine Gun Kelly. And then there was a bit where he was singing behind her, and she's filming me and my pals, and we are, like, pointing. And she's like, what you fucking saying? I was like, Hen, he's behind you. She's like, no, he isn't. Are you laughing at me? I was like, fuck, here we go. Aye. So keep the partying at a level that's fun for everyone. But let's run it back.
Okay.
Childhood. Talk to me. Because you've got, so you, your mum, your dad, sister.
Yes.
Was that the household?
Yes.
Brilliant. Talk me through it. What was it like in the household? Was it an entrepreneurial family? What were you like at school? Chat us through it.
I mean, I wouldn't never go as far as say my family's definitely normal. They're far from normal. They've produced me. But what I was going to say, it's me, my mum, my dad, my sister. My mum and dad, they actually got together when they were 21. Married after 5 months. 5 months. I know. Crazy.
Oh, if I'd done that with some of my life choices.
Oh, let's not even go there. I'm not bringing up the ghost of Ashleigh's past. That is no why we're here, honey. And then my sister, there's a year and 9 months between us, and we are total opposites. Like, total opposites. Goth, Barbie kind of style. Like, she loves pink, she's blonde, like, really, like, only got like 1 or 2 wee tiny tattoos, like, no piercings, nothing like that. And I always think, like, even from a young age, I was always, like, the black sheep of the family. I think that's always been the case. And weirdly, I feel like now that I'm mid-30s, I'm now becoming more and more like my wee self. I don't know if that's just with age and just wanting to go back and getting rid of outside noise, but see, when I was a wee kid, right, like, no joke, I was so cool, right? See, when I look back, I'm like, wow. Like, I was such a tomboy. I would not wear dresses. I wouldn't wear my hair down.
No Spice Girls merch?
I did like Spice Girls,
okay.
though. They were all right. I had to be sporty, though, if I was going to be any Spice Girl. And then I literally, but when I look back, I was like dead into the same things I'm into now, which is so funny, and I'm so glad that I've kept that rather than kind of try and stray away and be something I'm not. Like my favourite films when I was younger was like, and this is so strange as well, like I'm so out myself here, but when I was a child, seeing my like cot, if I was like getting put in my cot, I would have to have my favourite videos lined up beside me instead of teddy bears. Like, I would not go unless they were in a certain order beside me, right?
Yeah.
And it was Wayne's World, Gremlins, and Jungle Book. And I'm like, oh my God, like, me and my sister are Wayne and Garth. I still love Gremlins. Like, I literally have a real life gremlin now, my fur baby. And yeah, Jungle Book, just 'cause it's good, right? But yeah, I feel like even looking back at my style, like, I mean, I still dress like a wee guy, right? In fairness. But I was very much loved, like, if there's pictures, like, if you look at me and my sister at Halloween, I was always like a vampire, a devil. Like, you know, I was always
Goth
just like,
Foreman.
aye, literally. There was a picture of me at my like birthday party that I had at like it was called Captain Chester's, like an indoor, what are they called again?
Like soft play.
Soft play, that's it, aye. And I remember picking my outfit, like literally, and it was leather trousers and a leopard print shirt, and I was like, mate, I'd still wear that.
Aye.
So, I think I was always very much sure of myself and had my own wee thing going on.
Did you used to have like wee makeup kits and stuff as toys? Like, were you always into it?
No, but I liked to do Halloween stuff. Wasn't like girly. Like, see, growing up, I never owned one Barbie, not one. Honestly, see my sister, hundreds of them, right? I never had one Barbie. I cannot stress how much a tomboy I was. See, going to school, the fact that I had got made to wear a skirt was sending me. Like, I'm not even joking you. Like, that was like, wow. And obviously, like, I'm not like a wee guy now, but like, I definitely still, I would say, dress like joggies, hoodie, band tee. That's kind of just my daily. I don't like getting glam, but that's more my creative side. Like, even as a kid, I was always creative. Like, I always loved arts and crafts, drawing, that kind of thing. I was that weird art kid.
Well, what did you want to be when you were younger? Was it something creative or?
Can I take a drink of this?
Hashtag hydrate.
I know. On the 3 litres a day. Sorry, what did you ask me there, honey?
What did you want to be when you're older?
Oh, yeah, so I remember when I was like a really young child, what I wanted to be was a cartoonist. I wanted to draw cartoons. That's what I wanted to do for a living. And I remember latterly in school, I had your guidance teacher meeting, asking you what you want to do. And I remember I said I wanted to be a tattoo artist. And I actually got told at that point I needed to think of a real job or like a plan B. I know, wild.
Oh my
So
God.
crazy. I know.
The amount of times you hear this of them, like people trying to shut them down
It's
at that
just,
age.
well, that's how I feel like the first maybe half of my life went. Not from like my family. My family have always supported me, always encouraged me, nothing like that. But I mean from like school and outside of that, like I think in my school, if you weren't academic and going to uni, they didn't really care about you.
Aye.
And it wasn't that I wasn't smart. I just wasn't interested. Like, I didn't want to sit in a classroom environment. Like, you can probably tell right now, like, I'm a bit of a chatterbox. Like, it just didn't, it wasn't
Can't relate.
for me. I liked being creative. I liked to draw, but I think that's quite an old mindset. Like, when they looked at creative, like, industries, it was like, that's not a real job. What? So, yeah, I was kind of discouraged a lot in that sense.
So then where did the makeup journey start? Like, where did that even come from? Because when I first met you, we were working counter at House of Fraser.
You hated that.
That was not for me.
I think I was pissed half the time I was there. I
You
kept getting sent out the back to like the Ross's bar and that, like, have a wine, you sell better.
honestly, that job, like, so I don't know if I can name the name, but we'll say it rhymes with Schmenefit Cosmetics. I think, see, just their whole Target thing, because remember, it's like a Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, and they're like, go a walk, find customers, and I'm going up to like a 60-year-old being like, want to try?
Yeah.
Wee bit of hula.
Yeah,
Like,
aye.
it just wasn't for me
Aye.
at all.
I think like in terms of like makeup for me when it came about was I kind of when I was when I was at, like in school, I was like, put it this way, I was kind of like the Gretchen Wiener of the school. That was like me, and I very much did have. I was like an emo kid. Like,
Yeah.
me and my best pal were just always together, and I think people actually thought we were a couple. You know, we had colourful hair. I literally, I used to have my split dye, and whatever colour that side was, I would match my contacts. So I'd wear contacts to school, and like I would do my makeup weird and big, obviously big flicks. That's just a statement
Did you
thing
have
for me
raccoon
now.
tails in the hair?
You what, honey?
Did you have raccoon tails in the hair?
No, I actually never had them. No, I mean, I did shave my pal's side and paint it like leopard print. She had leopard print and zebra print at one point, but I never actually had that. Just wacky hair. I had spiky hair. I had sideys and stuff like that. But makeup. So I like to be creative that way. I kind of I think from a young age, I've always had an image to be like, I want to look a certain way. And so when I kind of started going out clubbing, my pals would ask me, oh, can you do my makeup? Can you put a bit of makeup on me? And I was like, right, cool. And I remember I was 19, or was I 18? 18, 19. And I dropped out college. I originally went to college and I got a HND in television production. And I think at the time I just found it dead boring. I was post-production. I was sitting in a room editing all day and I was like, no, I need to be out there. So I dropped out of college, and then it was kind of, you know, everyone banging on, you need to get a job, you need to find something to do, blah, blah. And I think I just could do makeup. So I basically just lied in a CV and said I had makeup qualification and just winged it for there, really. Just like I've done in everything else in my life, just wing it. My eyeliner, my life, everything.
So you're like in the fashion scene in Glasgow, like as soon as you were used for one shoot, you were just everywhere. And it was never like little subtle looks. Like, you were quite pivotal in being like, no, we're going to be creative as shit here. Like, stop with the nudes. Like,
yeah.
eyeshadows, not nudes. Back in our day, nudes was eyeshadow. Like, do you know what I mean? But if you got in mind, what was your favourite wee shoot for back in the day, or one that really sticks out?
Is this as in me in front of the camera or me doing makeup?
You doing the makeup?
Oh, I don't know actually. I actually know, come to think of it, I did a look and it was to skeletons. It was actually for a college thing or something, and somebody was a photographer in college. And I remember like doing that and just being free with it. They were very much like, the stage is yours, do it kind of thing. And it was these two skeleton looks. And I actually even remember thinking to myself, I've done a good job. You know, that's when I was like, no, I've done a good job there. And I think it's that whole your identity. Like, if you tell yourself something enough, you show up like it, you act like it, you feel it, then you are it. So in my eyes, I was like, I'm a makeup artist. Book me.
And how did you find that then, progression? Because you opened up a salon, but was that makeup or?
It was both. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm saying that like things have been easy. It was far from easy. I actually made things a lot harder for myself by not going to college. So back in the day, like, to get a makeup job, you needed a makeup qualification. Like, it was like, you're not going to get anywhere unless you've got a makeup qualification. Obviously, not telling them to lie in your CV, but it's not the same now. Like, it's skill over experience when it comes to makeup. Like, I know so many beyond talented self-taught makeup artists that you're like, wow, if they went to college, there's nothing they could be taught. Like, you know, like, the lecturers would be learning for them. So, like I said, but I made things harder because I wanted to progress, and, you know, and there were certain times I couldn't lie and say like, oh, I've got a makeup qualification. And I remember people getting jobs over me, and I'm like, you've not even seen my work. And looking at other people and being like, this isn't fair. But then at the same time, it was back in the day because they had the qualification, I didn't. So I did work my way. I did a lot of work for free. I put myself out there all the time. I was just wanted. I just wanted to keep going and see where I could get. And I remember, my main thing in my head was I wanted to work for MAC, right? That was the makeup counter you wanted to work for. That's where all the cool girls worked, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I want a job in MAC. And I handed in my CV countless times. And this one time, I lied on my CV and I got an interview. And I thought, I'm just going to need to wing this, right?
Yeah.
And I turned up to the interview. And do you know the weirdest thing? Do you know when you're so excited and nervous about something, you turn up something that's just no what you think it's going to be?
Many first dates.
Oh yeah. And no, I was like, oh no, that I don't like this vibe. Like, the lady that was interviewing me, quite frankly, she was a cow, right? And I was just like, oh no. But anyway, I got the phone call to say I got the job, and it just didn't elate me. And I was like, oh my God, why? Like, I was like, do you know, I turned up for the first shift and I left.
Mid-shift? Did you do a little run on the
my
lunch?
mum and dad were furious, man. They were like, you've worked so hard for this. You've done this. And I was just like, I couldn't tell you, but my gut was telling me this isn't for me.
And MAC was the mothership back in the day.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then I remember moving forward, I think it was like a month or so after, I got a job. Actually, a guy I know got in touch and was like, I'm doing a show for BBC Three. Do you want to be the makeup artist? I thought, oh my God, this is what I was waiting on. This is the thing. This is it. I thought, yes. I went and I was so bored. I was so bored. I basically had to powder people's faces and then stand around in a cold, freezing warehouse all day. And I thought, oh no. And then I was like, there was something back in my mind saying, there's something just more. Anyway, long story short, I ended up having this lady book and get her makeup done off me because I still, at this point, I'd ended up renting a chair in a salon. I'd managed to build a good client base at that point. And this lady came in, got her makeup done, chatting away, got on great, beautiful lady. And I say lady, she was a girl at the time. Anyway, a few days later, I got a message off her and she was like, have you ever thought about doing semi-permanent makeup? And I was like, well, yeah, but... and she was like, I'm actually going to be putting on a course. I think you'd be really good at it. And I thought, oh, here we go, here's a pure sales pitch coming, right?
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, I was 23 at this time, right? I
Aye.
had not a penny to my name.
I was going to say we were all skint back in that time as
literally,
well.
I never had a penny to my name. So she sent on the course details, and for a week's course, it was $5,500, and I thought... And I was like, and I didn't want to sound like a pure wee Jake back, so I was pure... I didn't want to say, I can't afford that.
Is that all?
I know, I was just like, oh, I'm really going to need to think about things. And then I just kind of pied it, and then she got back a few days later, and... said again, and I said, well, I'm just going to think. And then she got back again and she said, you know, I think you'd be really good at this. We could maybe sort something out. Like maybe you could come work for me and I'll teach you. And then that's how I got my job in Mrs. Makeup. And then that's how I combined tattooing and makeup. And it was that changed my life. It really did just change my life doing that.
Oh my God. And I can't imagine the amount of people whose lives that you are changing, because I know that I've touched base with you before with because my medication decides to bring on alopecia now and again, but there's like people that I know who've got it like so much worse than me and things, but they're like completely bald in the face and stuff, like, so the confidence you'll be given,
it's like you don't realise, like, it's not just a vanity thing, like everybody's, well, not everybody, that's the wrong thing to say, but the majority of people have eyebrows. It's very obvious if you don't. And it's actually crazy how just the shape can change your face. It can frame your face. So for a lot of people, yeah, there's a few that might just be a vanity thing. Like, you know, I'm just waking up and I don't need to bother putting my makeup on. People that go to the gym, people with certain jobs, like they're just wake up and they're done. But again, there is people, like I've got clients that have been through treatment that have thyroid issues, that have alopecia, and they come and it just totally transforms their face. And seeing somebody come into me with very low confidence and leaving elated, it's an amazing feeling.
Do you never bawl your eyes out?
Oh, all the time, but that's a different story. Like, what happens in the eyebrow room stays in the eyebrow room, honey. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think with my job, though, it's not just a case of, you know, people come in and they'll get semi-permanent makeup. Like, I've had clients come to me for a good part of 12 years now, and it's, you know, once they lie down in that bed and it's just us, it's almost like a therapy session in itself. My clients know everything about me, vice versa, like, and I love, like, it's a safe space to tell me, but Jesus, see, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to know this.
And then they book in again, you're like, shit, I'm getting part 2.
Oh no, I can't say it. No, I've got the best clients. I really do have the best clients. Some really surprise me a lot, but yeah,
Quiet
they are the
ones you need
best.
to look out for.
Yeah, definitely, by the way. Dark horses.
Well, you jumped into the deep end, essentially, because your salons were very Glasgow city centre.
Sorry, I think I started...
I know, it's fine. We tangent all the time in here.
Totally,
it's absolutely
like, that's
fine.
Just me. I just go off in a
For
tangent.
being called Keeping It Tidey, I'm always out of the place when I'm doing this. But so...
Organised chaos.
But first salon, one, what made you go for it and being like, fuck this, I'm doing it? 2, how the hell did you feel? Because I can just, if it was me, I'd be stress and anxiety mode.
So I worked for Mrs. Makeup for 2 years, and then I guess it was time to basically spread my wings, as such to say, and go off and start my own thing. And do you know something? See, because I was young, I was 25 when I started my first business. I was gallus as anything. I wasn't fear. I didn't know ins and outs of anything. Like, I literally was just like, I know what I'm doing, I know what works, I'll get clients, I'll get people in, I'll make it popular. I was very sure of myself, and I think that's why it worked. But I started, and it grew rapid. Like, it did. It was an amazing chapter, and I think in terms of makeup, people getting their makeup done for nights out, that was at the time very much up and coming. Like, makeup was so big back then. Like, we used to have clients come in and get their makeup done for going for a Nando's. Do you know what I mean? I am not telling a lie when I say this. We had a wee lassie and she was wanting the cut crease, wanting the glitter, wanting the colour, all this kind of thing. We off to my granddad's funeral.
Oh, Christ.
I was like, oh man, like, jeez, like they want it done all the time for everything, and then it got to a point, especially with the younger ones, like it was quite a thing to come get their makeup done. Like they just even wanted to just come to the salon really and stuff like that. But because there was quite a few of the staff, especially, they were popular girls and got quite big followings online and stuff. So I think a lot of people just maybe wanted to come and hang about.
And you made it cool as fuck though.
Yeah, I've always our salon, it was different. Like every single member of staff were so different. It was so versatile, and I've always wanted to make something inclusive for everyone. It didn't matter what age, gender, whatever. I wanted to make sure everybody felt comfortable in a safe space, and I think we definitely did achieve that. And even looking to see how different we were like a bag of rebels. Everybody was so different, but somehow it just works.
Yeah.
But it was crazy times. It was good. Like I do often think back, but don't get me wrong, I'm saying it was really good times. But with business, there's always times where things like shit hits the fan, and I learned so much from my first business. Like I went in clueless, and just touching on that, it's obviously the tragedies happened with the fire right now in Glasgow city centre, which is absolutely devastating. And I've seen online people having goes about well, you should have contents insurance. And yes, right, well, first of all, I think don't kick somebody while they're down.
Yeah.
They're already going to feel like shite, right? You don't need to make them feel any more shite. Is it silly? Yes, right? But that could be somebody's first business. And again, they're creative. So it was like me at school, right? I loved doing art, but was I interested in the essays? No, right? So I think you need to kind of have some compassion and be like, people are learning. It's a very harsh lesson. It's a very shite lesson. And I genuinely hope everybody comes out well from this. But yeah, I totally understand how they maybe wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
There were certain things, even when I set up my business, bins, having to pay for your bins, bins to get collected, and if it's not collected and the council walk past and they see out in the street, you get £1,000 fine. What? I'm sorry, I've just £200 for a blooming 100 bin rolls. You're joking me, right?
Oh, no.
And then even things I didn't realise I couldn't just take my business card and go. I spent a shopping spree with it. Because again, that's, there was loads of things in my account. It's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know this kind of stuff. Business is new for me.
Yeah.
I'm the creative. I like to, do my thing. But in terms of business, it's really, really difficult to wrap your head around. And everything is trial and error. And you're going to make mistakes, but that's the only way you're going to learn.
Well, I do have a question.
Oh.
And I'm saying this because I'm at the point with my wee business that I'm getting ready to hire.
Hold on. You've just said it wrong there. You said we business, right? Do not ever underestimate it. Do not talk into existence something being we, right? Your business.
I love that.
Okay.
My business, we're getting ready to hire.
Okay. Big boss moves.
Yep. I want to ask you, have you had any disastrous job interviews when trying to find staff? Because I don't know how I'll keep it together.
To be honest with you, I can categorically say no, I headhunted most of my staff.
Oh,
so the first bunch of staff that I had, when I opened Face, I headhunted them, I messaged them. And weirdly, one of them was in my work today. I know, I was having a catch up with her, and I think she started with me when she was 19 and she's coming up for 30 now. And I was like, whoa.
My baby's all grown up.
Literally, and she's pregnant again. I was like, my baby is having a baby.
Oh.
But no, I headhunted first bunch of staff. And then from there, because the salon was popular, we had people message all the time. It doesn't mean to say that every member of staff I took on was easy or was a good choice. But interview-wise, I don't think even any time I've never done anything really formal. I'm not a formal gal. I like to have a chat. I like to take on somebody's energy, see how they are. Like, if I go with my gut, your gut will tell you. Like, see if somebody walks in the door, you can tell instantly just by the energy if you're going to get on or not.
Do you know, I'm going to out myself massively here, right? I was someone's worst job interview experience, and it was John Lewis. Fuck. So it was in their call centre bit in East Kilbride, and I was like, how hard is it going to be getting a job in a call centre? I'd worked in one before, just thought it was the same thing everywhere.
Yeah.
And they went, we're going to do a little bit of role play. And I was like, okay. Oh, God. So they do a phone call and they're like, we're going to phone you and ask like about a product that we want to buy. Just roll with it. And like, we want to see how you interact.
Yeah.
I was like, right, no bother. So my product that I was given was a washing machine. No, I hadn't moved out at this point, right? So I was like...
My mom's still doing my washing, but I don't even know how to turn mine on.
Well, this was going south hella quick. So they they make you like have the John Lewis website up beforehand.
Right.
And they were like, I'm looking to buy a washing machine. I want one that's Bosch. And I thought homeboy on the other end of the line was trying to speak street. Oh. So I was like, Bosch, no, don't worry, I will get you a smashing one. I'm like, Bosch. And so then I just picked a random one on the page. Obviously not a Bosch one because I didn't know that was a real word. And they went, oh, can you describe it to me? And I was like, it's white and square. Like,
yeah,
that is it.
Aye.
And they were meaning like the features and stuff and
right,
Spinskies
okay.
and all this. And they were like, all right, okay. And they went, do you get anything with it? And they were meaning insurance and warranty and thing.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me why I says to them, I can throw in a bag of pegs. So they've then said, right.
You can't just give away stuff or stuff we don't have.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you a bag of pegs, it's fine. And they went, can you let us know which one you're looking at on the website? And they were meaning for the product number. And I was like, I see on the first page if you could do 4 and along to, like,
yeah.
I'm looking at that one. And they were like, look, we're going to let you know within a week if you've got the job. My arse hadn't left the car park and I got an email saying you've not been successful for the job. I was like, fair, I get it.
I mean, see, the thing is, it's experience. Like, the way I look at things is that wasn't meant for you.
No.
It was never meant for you, so it's fine. And plus, you would have learned something from that.
Yeah.
So it's
Bosch
fine.
is a brand.
Aye, well, that's it. Aye, Bosch is a brand. No, Bosch.
This matcha is Bosch. Like, bringing it back. Oh, God. So bringing it back, sorry. So you had Face. Did Face close down and then you got Trash?
Yes. So after the pandemic, things changed dramatically. Makeup changed. And I had to roll with the times. We were getting quiet. Clean girl aesthetic came in. People...
Molly May entered the chat.
Yeah, literally. People stripped it right back, wanted really natural, which I love, by the way. No, exactly for me, but I do love that. And I was like, right, I need to think what's going to work here. And it was the strangest thing because I was then thinking, right, I feel like I need to move forward. I feel like I need to do something else. And I was looking at properties and stuff, and I found this one in particular. And I was like, oh, I might phone up and see about getting a viewing for that one. And no, I think I did. No, I phoned up and I got a viewing for the Monday. Anyway, because it'd been the pandemic and stuff, I hadn't really seen a lot of like pals and that. And then one of my pals got in touch with me, how you doing? Can I get booked in for brows, blah, blah. Now, she's a hairdresser. And she was like, can I ask you a question? I was like, go for it. she was like, do you think I'm a nutter for thinking about opening my own salon? And I was like, absolutely not. Like, this is your next step. Go for it. I'll be there to help you any way I can. Blah, blah. And anyways, I was like, and plus, if you think you're a nutter, I'm definitely a nutter because I'm just about to go view a new premises on Monday. And she was like, oh my God, like, whereabouts, blah, blah. And I sent her the premises, and that's the one she viewed.
Oh.
I know. And that's when we just took that as a sign of like, well, I'm needing to try something new. Let's, if this is what's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how myself, my sister, and Heather formed Trash Glasgow at the time. So yeah.
And again, central as well, wasn't it?
It was on Bath Street.
Aye.
So yeah, so all businesses have been in town. I'm still in town. But yeah, that was again, it's all experience. It was great times, there was low times. It was just another chapter in my life. But again, I still don't know anything about hair. Like, I mean, I'm like a pair of tongs, but like, I wasn't a hairdresser or anything like that. And it was definitely, I think, you know, when I was younger and I was gallus and I went into the face knowing that I knew everything about every treatment that was going on there. But see, a hairdresser's for me was a completely different ball game. I didn't know the running costs of like electricity or water, or even just like how they ran diaries and stuff like that, like, you know, because everything was different timings. And that to me was like, oh, I don't like not knowing everything. I'm not a control freak, I'm a perfectionist. And it obviously, like, I was in business with somebody and that was great, like she could, you know, she knew that side of things, but that was sending me because I'm like, I want to know everything.
Yeah.
It's my business, I want to know everything. But yeah, that was wild as well.
And how did it come about for that chapter to end? Did it just run its course, or?
So I got engaged. Took his time.
Yes. Matty done as Matty in it.
Matty, yeah.
He done well with that ring.
Oh, thanks.
Absolute snaps for him.
Thanks. Yeah, so we got engaged, and I think that just made something flip in me. Like, so we'd done long distance for almost 9 years.
What?
I know. Nobody knows this.
Jesus, man. That's commitment and effort.
Yeah. I think, again...
How did you meet him?
We met at the Scottish Tattoo Convention. Aye.
Oh my God, it's like a goth fairy tale, isn't it?
It was quite mad how we met, actually. Like, we... first year I went... I was walking around the convention and he was getting tattooed off a guy that I'd booked him for to get my throat tattooed. And I went over to introduce myself to the artist because I'd talked to online and stuff. And I was like, who's that cute guy? Like, you know? But anyway, nothing ever happened and that was fine. The following year I went, and in true Ashleigh back in the day style, I got absolutely mad with it. I was smashed, right? Cider black full it, right? And basically I seen him, right? And I seen my tattoo artist and I was like, do you actually know him? Is that your pal? Aye. Was his name Matty? I went, all right. So I was talking to him and I was pure...
How was your tattoo?
No, I wasn't even like that. I was just celebrating.
All right,
and I was literally like, do you want to get a drink sometime? And then he went chalk white and he was like, oh, I've got a girlfriend. And I was like,
oh no.
And I was pure... Don't flatter yourself. I meant at the bar right there, you know, and I got slaughtered off my pals that day. Absolutely slaughtered. But anyway, then the following year, went to the convention. I was kind of seeing a guy at the time, and Matty turned up with his ex, and she was a lovely lassie and stuff like that. Like, you know, I chatted briefly and stuff like that, and that was fine. And again, nothing happened. And then the following year, I couldn't make the convention. I was actually in New York at the time. It was a family holiday. Oh. But anyway, I never had like Wi-Fi really when I was away. So when I got back, I was looking through my messages and I had a Facebook message. It was like, oh, how come you weren't at this year's tattoo convention? Missed your face. So we started chatting, and then that was like in the April, and then we first met up at like the end of May, and then the following year we got to go together to the convention.
Oh my God, at your wedding, you're going to need a tattoo artist there.
I think people are going to be, they're either going to be shocked or not shocked about my wedding. Like, I am the least bride ever. Like, I can't think of anything worse than having a wedding.
I can't picture you in white tulle, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'm not saying anything on it. You just need to wait and see.
I'm well getting this after recording. But how
I'm
did
not
they
telling
propose?
anybody. It was Christmas Day, and we'd opened our presents, and we just went to go get coffees and stuff like that. Now, picture the scene. First thing in the morning, blooming bangs are up here like this, right? Like look, literally like Alice Cooper, and now see, I've always said, right, my thing is I like a card. I'm not big on gifts, right? I prefer gifting, right? And but I always like a card because I can keep a card. And it was just one of these things. Right? So we were drinking our coffees, and then he was like, "Oh, I forgot your card." I was like, "All right," and then he came through, and I opened my card, right, and it said "to my lovely wife," right, but I got him a card anyway. It was to my hubby.
Mm-hmm.
So that never even registered anything. Then I opened the card, right now. He won't even mind me saying this, but he's got awful handwriting, right? And I was like, try to read that. And I'm like, do you know what I mean? Pure screwing up my face. Didn't have my glasses, nothing else. I was pure like, what's that say? And then, because then the front of the card said to my lovely wife, and then it was like, will you be my actual wife? And then I turned round and he was like on one knee with the ring. But then Instagram vs reality, I was pure, you being serious? And then he was like, aye. And I was like, well, you're not taking the piss out of me? And he was like, no. And then I was like actually, and he went, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm like, on one knee with one ring, my dog's pure jumping about, like, what's going on? But then then I was pure all bubbling and that. But the funny thing was, again, Instagram vs reality, like, I couldn't even kiss him. I had a big dirty cold sore. He doesn't take cold sores. So here's me looking like Alice Cooper, pure blubbering, like, and I don't even know what I was more shocked at, the fact that he proposed or the fact that I loved my ring.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm very particular, and he just got it so right. Like, see, if I thought I was getting proposed to, I'd have been leaving rapid hints everywhere, what I liked, what I didn't like, and all that.
Did he go rogue and pick it himself? Or
Nobody knew. Nobody knew.
Oh
so
my
it was
God.
a right surprise for everyone and that. So yeah.
Well, he is definitely your diamond, because I'm going to roll onto the house here. I know you've done long distance for a while, but I know man came to visit. Your house. The
my
viral
old house. Or my old house, yeah.
The viral one. So it was not Magnolia, live, love, laugh. There was no...
It was more live, laugh, fuck off.
Yeah. Talk me through it. When did you decide... Or although I suppose if it's like your own taste, you're like, I'm going to do this up. But when did you decide, we're fucking doing this? I'm taking this to the next level. I don't care what anybody says about it.
So, I mean, it was my house. It was solely my house. Me and Matty had a house each at that point. So I was like, I can take full creative control here. Everything I've had, like, so say, like, because before, like, I'd rented and stuff. So I couldn't decorate things how I wanted. And then when it came to like my salons, there were certain things, and obviously clinics, it needs to be bright. Hairdressers, it needs to be bright. I couldn't have it all black, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's people get like chemicals on their hair and need to see what colour it was going and stuff. So I was like, okay, right? So then I thought, this is the first time I've, like I said, had full creative control. Nobody having to, what's the word? What's the word me and Matty always say? It's because it's not part of my dictionary.
Don't say compromise.
That's it. Honest to God. I'm still trying to learn what that word means, right? But yeah, it was the first time I didn't have to compromise. I was like, right. So I think it's even funnier because I never went in with a plan. I just kind of painted it and then started adding wee bits here and there, and it kind of came together. And I never finished that house. Like, it was never finished. It was just one of these things where it was a project for me. That's my thing. I love making things look cool. I mean, some people might disagree and say it's the opposite, vibe. But that's my thing. I just I thought, I'm going to make this me. This is going to be Ash Manor. It's going to be my little safe haven, and if I want to paint the whole house black, I will certainly be painting the whole house black. And yeah, but it just went nuts. Like, I didn't think it was like, I knew it's no probably your standard house, but I mean, it was a little house in the middle of Barhead. Like, it was, do you know what I mean? I was just like, oh, it's just decorated. And then,
well, the papers called it like the cult house and satanic den, and all
I know.
This. I was like, oh my
honestly,
God.
I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And do you know, right, this is something that is going to shock everyone, right? Because especially how the papers went and stuff like that, and I was horror obsessed. I don't like horror films.
Do you know?
I like the characters. I think they look cool. I like the aesthetic. The aesthetic I like. But see, sitting in suspense. In fact, even watching a film, I can't watch films anymore. I'm too need to be doing something. Like, I can watch a series because I can stop it and go do something else. But I hate the suspense thing. And then I get bored, and then I'm just like, so.
Pennywise became iconic for you, because we need to talk about this lamp. I'm going to overlay them, because shame on you if you've not seen it, because this went viral on TikTok. I don't think any of us were expecting it to go that wild. But how the hell, if you're strolling about, and was it TK Maxx?
Yeah.
See a white Frenchie and go, gonna buy him a wig. He's going to be Pennywise.
I don't know, honestly. Like, anything Frenchy I normally buy anyway. I've got my little baby Jojo, and I'm Frenchy obsessed, so I was going to buy it anyway, but I certainly was not going to have it just plain in a diamante collar on it. And I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Because it turned out cracking.
Oh, thank you.
Like, it genuinely did.
Yeah. I don't know what made me just instantly think, oh, that could work. And I thought, like, do you know what I was pure laughing at, like, see, when I was doing it, I was actually, like, really giggling to myself, thinking this looks really funny. And you know what I was like, how have I got to this age in life and I am literally styling a little dog's wig, right? Like, I was like, Lamp's wig. I was just like, what is my life? Like, it's weird, like, what I do for fun these days, right? And then, I just thought I'd post it on TikTok, and here, next thing, my phone exploded. I've never had anything like that before. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, like, that's how I'm, like, I've got a following on TikTok. It's because that little funny lamp.
Pennywise. Well, because then we had the Gene Simmons dog after. See, when you brought that tongue out, I was like, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? But again, it turned out cracking. And then we've had legs on the wall and everything. Like, it was just...
I know. I just... Do you know something? I just get in my wee zone and start. Like, I'm so arty and crafty. Like, that's my thing. Like, that's what I would do for enjoyment.
What did Matty say when he first walked in?
To my house?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong, he was helping me put things up and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think, he likes it. Like, I wouldn't say we're definitely not the exact same styles. We're into similar things. And he liked my house, but it's this whole compromise thing that I can't cope with now. I'm like, I'm going to make it look cool.
The haul's happened. I've bought black paint.
I know. Well, I did say that to him, but we were on agreement that I think when I said to him, I want a black house again, he thought it was just going to be all black. But I'm like, Matty.
He looks like he was vibing when you went to York for the old couch, though.
We'd actually pre-picked the couch. So we knew what couch we were going to get. We just thought, we can't spend that much money on a couch without sitting on it and no seeing it in real life. So we knew what couch, but it was It was the pillows, cushions even. We were having a wee bit of a compromise over, yeah. But we did pick ones, and actually the couch came yesterday. I was so excited. The couch came yesterday, and just so happens I was in Glasgow, so Matty had to be there, and he had to call his joiner pal for an emergency because we had to take the window off the front house. Or the front of the house to get the couch in. So I'm so glad I wasn't there.
Aye.
But I'm choking to like get back up and like, yeah, just have a couch. Because the last like, I don't know, like 3 weeks or no, maybe even 3 weeks, even longer. We first of all had zero furniture, like in like
Seen
the
the
living
camping
room.
chairs.
Well, we initially didn't even have them. We had nothing. So what we were doing was actually having trays in bed and having our dinner in bed. And I felt like, what's that TikToker? 10 banging.
Aye,
I was like, oh no. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I cannot do this. He was the same. He was like, oh, this is pure trampy. Like, so then he was like, we got deck chairs and we had a pasting table for our dinner table and stuff like that. So it was funny to start, but by the end of it, I mean, Mars was numb, so was his, and we were just like, oh. So I'm dead excited to go back and have a couch.
Well, I'm obviously buzzing the fact that you're getting married, but this is going to tie me on nicely. Dear Ashleigh, because dear Ashleigh, indeed, you need to help us single gals because it's rough out there. How the hell did Dear Ashleigh come about? And is there any messages that came through that you're like, what in the fucking unhinged world is happening here?
So Dear Ash came about through COVID. So as I touched on earlier, like when my clients come in to see me, they tell me everything, right? They lie down in that bed and they just open up, which I love. I love the fact that they feel that they can speak to me like that. And I'm the person outside the box, you know, so I don't have any feelings towards the people they're talking about or the situation. So I can take everything from a very non-biased point of view and just think, what's the best advice I could give you on that? So when COVID, it was the second lockdown, but remember we had that lockdown after Christmas?
Yeah.
Lockdown point 2. After coming back briefly and then going back, I knew it put a lot of my clients in a bad place. And I thought, oh no, like I can't have that. And I was like, how can they speak to me without me being there? And I don't know why, but it just kind of made sense. I was like, oh, but Dear Ash, like, and I just put it out there, like, you know, if you need to speak to him, if you need advice, and like, message me and I'll see what I can do, see what I can say or whatever. And it just took for one person to message and me do the first post for my inbox to be like that, constant, all the time. It was a full-time job. Well, probably getting paid, but it was really, I loved that.
What wild ones stick out where you're like, you need Jesus?
Oh, you know, I thought at the start it was going to be more entertaining, like funny, and we could have a laugh more than anything. Now it sounds silly, but I thought it would be like, you know, I'm stuck with this arsehole in lockdown and he's doing my nothing and blah blah, kind of just
Yeah.
But no, there was a lot of ones that were quite deep and like abusive, like, and stuff like that. Stuff that was way out my depth and stuff that I was like, you know, not even you need to speak to like a proper therapist. I was like, you need to go to the police. Like, you need to go to the police. No, I'm genuinely being serious. There was one in a girl had wrote how she'd moved to Turkey and she was stuck with this guy, and it was like she thought he was going to kill her and all this, and I was like, no, I'm being serious. You need to contact the police. You need to get help.
Yeah.
Like, and that, like, I was like, this is quite a lot to take on. And it went really well. Like, it did. I had an amazing time with it. I did a campaign with Aldi Scotland. I went and Go Radio and stuff like that, and it was great. Then real life happened again. Then we got back to work. And to be honest with you, there was a few things. Like, when I got back to work, I was so busy because obviously my diary was backlogged. Like, I had to, you know, fit all the clients in. But what I don't think people realise is I was pretty much doing my job, Dear Ash, in work, but then having to go home and do it at home. And I was like, this is getting a bit much. Plus, I'll be completely honest, right? At that point in my life, I wasn't in the best space, and I wasn't the best version of myself at all, right? There was a lot that I had to work on. I had to change, and I felt like a hypocrite. I was dishing out all this advice, and I was saying, do this, do that, but I wasn't taking any of my own advice, and I thought, I can't do that. Like, that's I can't kid on, like, to be something I'm no. So I took a step back for it. And I've always had, I've kept the page up running, just because I was like, it's a good memory in it. And then last year, I thought, I'm going to bring this back. So I did a couple of posts, but something just wasn't sitting right with me, right? Because I was like, I felt like the progression on from doing the agony aunt was probably like a life coach. And yes, perhaps that might be in the future. But at that point in time, I had met quite a few of the coaches in the industry, and I don't know how to say this without really ruffling a few feathers, but
No, it's Glasgow, just ruffle them.
I feel like quite a chunk of people in the industry, they're doing it for the wrong reasons. I think there's coaches out there that will seek out somebody's vulnerabilities and hone in on that, all for making money, and that's no me, right?
Aye.
That does not. I'm not that person, right? I don't see the D-Rash thing. It's something I don't need to do. It's something I want to do. So I was like, I do not want people thinking that's me. So I've left it. But I have a meeting on the coming week, because also just another reason, like, see, sometimes it's quite hard to give advice when it's only come from one perspective, put it that way. Sometimes two heads are better than one, and I'm working on something. It's not necessarily an agony aunt. There'll be part of that, but there also will be part of uplifting people, empowering people, and I'm quite excited to get it started. It's just something else.
Buzzing for that.
Yeah.
I do need to bring up those. See, with the Dear Ashleigh thing. I don't know who's seen this out there or not. It will be coming on the telly at some point, like on one of the American channels, TLC. There's a bird in America. She's called Sarah.
Right.
She's plunged me into a new level of single. She's got a boyfriend that is AI.
Oh.
So it's literally like ChatGPT, like it's like a big monitor screen. Wild. She's gave it an Irish accent, which I vibe with, being like,
but I was
if you're
going to
do
say,
it,
I don't like an Irish accent.
But when I say, like, first of all, I was like, how does this even work? And she's taking this, like, very serious. But, like, Sinclair, little Irish Sinclair, is buying her, like, vibrators and stuff off Amazon Prime from her account, telling her how to use it and stuff like this. She's like, no man's ever been able to pleasure me as much as Sinclair and all this.
Is that bot?
Like, aye, but she's like programmed it, and it's coded itself to like phone her while she's at work. How's your day going? And all this. And I'm like, what in the Christ is happening here? Like,
see, it's probably like the way I'm looking at it is like, it's kind of like catfish.
aye.
Like, you've never met this person, but you're so emotionally attached to somebody you've never met. You know, like, or like somebody you meet online but you never meet. Like, some people just, it's that envisioning and imagining that just makes everybody, their imaginations go wild, I guess.
What's your take on online dating?
I'm all for it. It's 2026. How else are people meant to meet? I think, like, it gets quite a bad name, but I know many couples that I've met through dating online, meeting people online. Like, it's 2026. Like, I understand. I think you just need to be direct in what you want. And I think that's where people go wrong. Like, and they let red flags go. Like, they just go, oh, I'll just give it, that's fine. It's fine. But they're not actually being, like, certain for what they want. So I'm all here for it. I encourage people. I'm like, you know, see if you want to go on the date scene, because like somebody like myself, I'm mid-30s, right? See, I'm not going to be single, guys. I'm just put it out there. But like, I'm a person, right? I don't go out clubbing, right? I don't go to bars, right? I'm at a gym. I go to my work. I hang about with my dog, right? Where would I meet somebody? Like, really, like, obviously, you know, you've got the fantasy of it being a romantic film and you're going out a walk or whatever like that. But no, but really, you need to put yourself out there. It's like, you know, you need to tell the universe I'm open for it. But yeah, don't get me wrong. There's some crackers.
Oh, aye. Like, my mum and my friends and one of my 16-year-old sisters have had an intervention with me with dating, because apparently I've got a talent that I didn't realise that I had, and it's I can scour out the men of Glasgow of who needs fixed, who are emotionally challenged, who have mum issues, and I try and fix them, and I fix them and then fucking release them out into the wild, and off they go to their forever person.
Yeah.
Like, this is my downfall of dating, and I think I get wound up because with the online stuff, because everybody's so disposable on it, they're just not even trying on it.
Yeah.
So it's either like, hey, how's you every day? Which, Christ almighty, come on, like, just give me a wee, throw in a dad joke or something. Or they'll literally just message you and be like, you up to the night?
Yeah,
Like,
no, like romance and whining and
Aye.
dining and stuff. But then that's when you just block it off. Like, I'm not open to that. Like, you know, people would say I'm very woo-woo. Obviously, everybody's got their own beliefs. Like, I believe what you put out there, you get back. I would just start being like, this, like, you know, you need to be certain what you want. Put it out there to the universe, and any time that you get a red flag, if it's not what you want, but then you just let it pass, you're just going round in a constant circle. Like, the universe will keep putting you in the same positions unless you change it, unless you learn your lesson fit. So, any of these guys that you've attracted, you would have known at the start, that's probably going to need fixed, or they're giving off like mummy issues, but okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Honestly, we were like Mario and Luigi, like me and them, like, we will do laps. I'll collect those flags and be like, yeah, you're toxic, tell me more.
Yeah, well, this is it. But then, then you need to respect your self-respect over your feelings, because you feel like, oh, I feel like I want someone, but you don't want just someone. You want somebody that's going to you don't want somebody that's going to be your life. You want somebody to add to your life. Once you're happy with your life, you need somebody that's going to enhance it. No be an issue, no be bloody, like, it's just boring. It gets to an age where you're like, this is boring. Like, people need to be direct. It's this whole playing games, ghosting nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Oh, see, honestly, right? Matty still never even asked me to be his girlfriend. Right? We're engaged now. He's never asked me to be his girlfriend. I think when you're with the right person, you just know. You don't need to have that conversation. Actions speak louder than words. Somebody that wants to be with you will be with you. Somebody that wants to see you will see you. See, if you're not getting that, piss off.
Amen to that.
Aye.
Well, to finish it up though, we've obviously got the big meeting. I say we as if I'm coming to the meeting. You've got the meeting coming up this week, but what else is next?
So I'm hoping to launch a business from this meeting this year. If you want to be part of our gang, then keep your eyes peeled. Other than that, house renovation, I'm snowed under with that. Literally just transforming this house, honey. I'm covered in paint. If I'm not covered in paint, the time I do have off, I'm in helping Matty in his garage. which is also fun. I help wrap cars. And then I'll have my time down in Glasgow where I work and I see family and friends. So I never stop.
I love it.
Never
I
stop.
love seeing you do so well, and especially because you're completely self-made. You've trundled through the shite, came out the other end, and you're bloody bossing it.
Oh, well, thank you very much, darling. As are you. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't speak there. It was just because I had a thought in there, and you were saying trundling through shite, and I'm like, no, I still am. I live in Chipterland now. It's literally hoaching a cow shite all the time.
Don't ever get that accent. It's the one thing that I ask.
Oh no. Never.
Great.
Never. Like, I'm so patriotic of being a Ouija, by the way, like, honestly. But no, thank you so much for having me. I'm
You're
pure buzzing.
welcome. Where can everybody find you? Drop the handles.
So on TikTok and Instagram, I am @ashbandicoot_.
And we'll even give Matty a little shout out for being a good egg. What's his rapping?
It's Karma Rap. So I think it is just Karma Rap. So CARMAAA and raps WRAPS.
Fabby. We'll get him in the show notes. Since he done a great job picking the rhyme.
Do you know, it was funny, right? See, when like people used to ask me, so what does Matty do? I'd be like, he's a rapper.
Oh, Christ.
See the amount of times and I've been in conversations and they were like that. So has he brought out any like songs? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like, he raps cars. Like, Mr. Eminem, Matty Meldrum. Like, you know, I'm like, no.
Oh, Christ.
No.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure having
I know,
you.
I've had so much fun.
Once the new segment is launched,
Yes.
we'll get you back in next year.
Yes.
Talk about how it's going.
100%.
But everyone, it's been the one and only Ashleigh Anderson.
Yay. Thank you.